When I was a little gal in Portland, Maine, I would hide between the library shelves, running my fingers across the spines of books too heavy for me to lift. I learned letters before I learned my own mind, it seems. My mother said there was no better fortune than to work with words. They carried across oceans and mountains faster than any horse or ship. At 15, I took my first job at a printing press, setting type, hands stained with ink, the world unfolding in reverse on every plate. I loved the clatter of the machines, the smell of the oil in the paper, the way a blank sheet could become anything, a poem, a decree, even a revolution. For years I worked like that, in dark rooms with the sound of the press roaring in my ears like a second heartbeat. But Portland, for all its beauty, began to feel too small for the size of my dreams. I would hear stories, loud and messy stories about Midway, about the Wild West where towns sprouted like mushrooms after rain, hungry for news, for connection, for something to bind them together across miles of dust and wildness. So I gathered what little money I had, stitched a pocket into my skirts to hide it, and booked passage on a steamer to Midway. I barely spoke English then, but ambition, I found, makes a fine interpreter. And now I stand on the edge of that wildness, a press ordered and shipped, a few cases of type and a head full of dreams larger than the prairie sky. I aim to start my own paper, tell the stories of the settlers, the wanderers, the fortune seekers, to give them a voice when no one else will bother. A Swedish girl with ink-stained hands and a stubborn heart, carving out a place where words might be the only law that matters. If I fail, at least it will be a grand failure. But if I succeed, I will build something no prairie fire, no drought, no lawless gunslinger could ever burn away. Because words travel farther than any of us ever will.